M3GAN 2.0 is the sequel to M3GAN, and I just think of Megan from Drake and Josh every time I see it.
Megan. Megan.
So as I said, this is the sequel to M3GAN, and M3GAN 2.0 sees a slew of people returning from the first one, like Allison Williams, Violet McGraw, and after the underlying tech for M3GAN is stolen and misused by a powerful defense contractor to create a military-grade weapon known as Amelia, M3GAN's creator, Gemma, realizes that the only option is to resurrect M3GAN and to give her a few upgrades, making her faster, stronger, and more lethal. That description of the movie should confuse the hell out of you, because I was totally shocked seeing the trailers for this movie that this is essentially a completely different movie compared to the first one. It's strange. It's like Happy Death Day to Happy Death Day to you. Happy Death Day was essentially a really tame but yet safe yet fun slasher film. And you would think that if they make a sequel, they would follow that through, right? But no. With Happy Death Day to You, they completely changed the genre of the movie and turned it into a sci-fi movie. And that's really what M3GAN to M3GAN 2.0 is. M3GAN was like this new slasher flick that evoked a bit of Child's Play and could be kind of seen as something that is inspired by Child's Play, to now this crazy action-heavy movie dealing with military-grade contractors and a new AI, and it attempts to say things about AI. This shift in genre is both to the movie's benefits and to its detriment. There are times where I'm laughing, dying, having so much fun watching this movie, but then there are other times where I'm like, what are we even doing? I can acknowledge the fact that this movie is a mess, and there are so many messy parts compared to the first one, especially when it comes to talking about that AI. It thinks it has a lot to say. And it actually really doesn't. It's things that we already know about AI, things that we've seen from movies that this movie is clearly inspired by, like Terminator. This is definitely everything Terminator is trying to say, and it has nothing new to say. It feels very surface level, it feels very forced, it feels very shoved down your throat, and unfortunately, it really evokes what Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning and The Final Reckoning were actually trying to accomplish, about trying to say things about that with AI. It's just not what I really wanted from a M3GAN sequel, but I had fun, if that makes any sense. I feel like this is a better time if you're drunk. If you have a lot of beers, you will really, really love M3GAN 2.0. And I have my weird ass analogies. I know. I made this weird ass analogy as I walked out of the movie because this totally isn't true, but this is the analogy that I would make. Again, it's a weird ass analogy. Don't know how I come up with these things. This is what M3GAN 2.0 feels like. Remember back in the day when Eminem dissed Machine Gun Kelly so hard, said that his rap sucked, that it forced Machine Gun Kelly to switch genres? He hasn't really done anything that much better in punk rock. That's what M3GAN 2.0 feels like compared to M3GAN. It just feels like that there's like this movie out there that doesn't exist in my mind, that doesn't exist in anybody's, in any world. It just feels like that there's this movie that was a complete diss movie to M3GAN, and then the creators of M3GAN saw that fake movie that totally doesn't exist and was like, well, that's a diss track, or that's a diss movie. What can we do differently? And their response is an action movie. I find it very similar to the whole Eminem MGK situation. I don't know why. That's just how my brain works. That was the vibe I was getting from this movie for some reason. It's totally all over the place. There's a random musical section of this movie where M3GAN sings. That's what you're in for with this movie. If you can live with all that, if you can live in the sudden changes in genre, changes in tone, changes in vibes, then you'll probably really like M3GAN 2.0. There are times where I have a lot of fun with it. There are times where I'm laughing with it. There are times where I acknowledge that it's campy and it's fun. But there is also times I can acknowledge that this is messy, it's all over the place, and it's a really what the hell or what the fuck are we doing type of movie. I'm just like, maybe we should have just left the first one where it was. With that, M3GAN 2.0 is enjoyable for me with half a bucket of popcorn. Corny, campy, fun stuff mixed with messy, unoriginal, generic, why are we here type of stuff that I can't believe they threw into this movie. They're turning this into an action movie franchise, and that spin off Soulmates looks no better because that looks like a ripoff of Companion. So, what did you guys think of M3GAN 2.0? Let me know in the comments below. I'll leave my link to my website in the description below as well. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching. My name is Alex Madden, and I will see you at the movies somewhere.